Alright, boys and girls, sorry, I'm currently in a civil war with some fruit flies. It's the single most difficult battle I've fought in months, but the war efforts are going swimmingly. Welcome, everyone, to the show. We're going to be doing some live wizard readings in here. Make sure you like and share the stream. That's how you qualify for those free live wizard readings, and let OPVs know in chat that you would like a live wizard reading, and she will get you on the list. And we'll be doing those in the middle of today's stream and the end of today's stream. And make sure that you've got your beverage. Get your beverage right now. That is any beverage you like. It could be water in a glass. It could be in a coffee mug. It could be tea, coffee, wine. It does not matter. Get yourself your beverage to partake in the world-famous adventure sweeping the nation called the Paracosmic Sip. Here we're going to go live in 3, 2, 1. Welcome everybody to Ask a Wizard. How's it going, everyone? We're gonna get some live wizard readings going, but first, it's very important that we actually get the stream functioning correctly, since it currently isn't, and that's all right. That's what OBS is all about, being a dysfunctional piece of crap and a terrible piece of software. So let's get this up and running. There we go. Tonight on Ask a Wizard, we're looking at the mysteries of the Emerald Tablet. We're going to be exploring the INFP personality type and the haunting of a school, plus so much more. So let's get this show on the road. Also, fun updates. I am going to get a haircut. I'm really excited about it. I will no longer look like a demented, crazy homeless person, and then I'll just look like a demented, crazy wizard person. That's the goal. So we're going to be getting a haircut soon. Pretty stoked about that. And let's get started with our Paracosmic Sip. This is the world famous Paracosmic Sip. This is the sensation sweeping the nation. All you need for this is a beverage, and any beverage will do, and it is going to help you reduce anxiety and stress by at least better than 50% of over-the-counter medication, because it uses what's called the placebo effect. That's your mind's ability to alter reality in ways that we have no scientific explanation for. So we're going to be trying that out right here, right now. Obviously, I can't make any health claims, but if you listen to some of the feedback that we've gotten from the comments, these are things that have helped people with their sleep. It's helped relieve anxiety and stress, and is much more effective than a lot of over-the-counter medication for them. So let's find out if that's true for you, or maybe it won't be. Who knows? Let's find out right here, right now, with the Paracosmic Sip. All right, first off, let's get the Owl of Truth and Justice up on the screen. And then we're gonna get our nice and exciting music of relaxation. Music of relaxation. There we go. Boom. Nice relaxing music for you guys there. And let's take this owl down. And let's get the Owl of Calmness and Happiness and Joy. The beautiful guy. Look at that little owl. Like, just the second you see him, it just produces this resulting feeling of relaxation and calm. It's that nature picture, a cute animal, all coming together. Nevertheless, we will relieve stress. But before we can relieve stress, guys, we have to get rid of the negativity first. So go ahead and make an energy ball in between your hands. Now, you might be saying, if you're new here, you're like, what the heck does that mean? Make an energy ball in between my hands. What are you talking about? Just hold your hands like this and imagine there's a glowing ball in between your hands. I know it sounds crazy, but when you do, it's going to activate what's called a paracosm. That's a psychological experience in your mind. It's a imaginary world, and you will actually feel a magnetic ball floating in between your hands. I know it sounds crazy, but just try it out, and you'll feel a magnetic force start to start. Now, once you've got that magnetic ball in between your hands, imagine a color to represent all the stress, anxiety, any negative emotion you have right now. Just imagine that as a color, and it fills up the ball, starting at the bottom and filling up to the top. 3, 2, 1. There we go, nice and charged. Once it's charged up with all that energy from your body, just let it go and float away and dissipate into the air. Now that's step one. We've removed the negative energy, but that's not good enough. We got to fill up that missing energy with good stuff now. So that's where the paracosmic sip comes into play. That's where we're going to place our hand right over the top of the cup. And we're going to do a similar thing than we just did, but a little different. Instead of imagining a negative energy, let's imagine the exact energy that we need right now. Maybe it's relaxation, maybe it's positivity, maybe it's energy for the day. Whatever you need, imagine the color of that energy at the bottom of your glass and beginning to move up in 3, 2, 1. And as you do, you'll begin to feel a tingle on the back of your hand, and when you do, that's how you know it's fully charged. Just like that. All right, now you've got your paracosmic sip charged up and ready to go. So just a moment to think about the fact that right now you're partaking in an activity that is going around the globe. We have people in Australia, we have people in Ireland, people in Montana, people in LA, people in New York, people in Florida, people in Ohio, all around. People are partaking in this activity right here, right now, and we're going to share in that experience by taking a sip and getting the exact energy we need right now. You'll feel it go into your mouth and spread throughout your whole body in 3, 2, 1. That, my friends, is the paracosmic sip. What a wonderful experience. Let's hear about your experience in the chat below. Let us know if you experienced anything here today, and love to hear your feedback. And let's move on to the show. How are you doing over there, O-Peeves? By the way, O-Peeves in the chat. She's monitoring the chat. She is taking care of you guys and making sure everything is good. How is things going, O-Peeves?
It's going good. Hello, Crystal Owl. So Athena's Owl says he has a solution for our fruit fly problem.
Ah, is it involve poison?
He sent it in the Discord.
Uh-oh.
It's a picture of a huntsman spider.
A huntsman spider. Very effective strategy. Okay. I'm liking that. All right. We get some huntsman spiders in here to take out the fruit flies. You know what? I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed. I think we need a little buddy huntsman spider. I think that will be adorable and cute and amazing.
Praying mantis.
Praying mantises would be pretty cool too. And
much nicer.
Yeah, they are pretty nice. So let's get the show on the road, shall we? Let's get started with the weekly weird. This week in weird, American Airlines has confirmed that they had an encounter with an unidentified cylindrical object over New Mexico. A skeptical American airline pilot saw a UFO today. He said that he really didn't want to say this, but he believes he saw a flying cylindrical object while piloting his plane today. They informed the FBI, and they have now taken note and are investigating the incident right now. They described it as the pilot described it as a missile-shaped object that was moving really fast in New Mexico today. Now, this could be an alien ship, or it could be a spy drone from China, Russia, or the U.S. government. We don't really know, but either of these options all are very startling, so I'm glad to see that the FBI is taking it seriously. Pretty crazy stuff. What do you think, O-Peeves?
That is pretty crazy.
Pretty bizarre. To me, ooh, what's this? Ooh, I'll ask. What are you going to ask?
Can you do Dante's Inferno?
What do you mean by
topic?
Oh, yeah, that's a...
Cover it?
Yes. I'm going to be killing fruit flies the entire show. I hope you're okay with that. These things are just... this is a nuisance, man. They're trying to take down the show. This is crazy. It's all their fault,
They're
too.
not real.
They're not real.
They're from the government.
Oh, PB's is starting a conspiracy that the fruit flies are not real. Very interesting. Okay.
From YouTube trying to shut us down.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the fact that we have a bunch of freaking basil growing back here. All right, let's move on to today's Build, Grow, and Create. This is where we talk about videos that help you build, grow, and create the beautiful, the good, and the true. Today, we're looking at a video that will teach you how to tie the most useful knot. Knowing how to tie a knot can be an extremely useful and literally life-saving skill. So, in today's video, I'm going to show you, you can learn how to tie one of the most useful knots. And once you've learned it, you'll have the skill for the rest of your life. We're going to take a look at the video, do a little preview here. Obviously, we're not going to watch the whole thing. But if you're interested in that kind of topic and want to learn how to make one, and actually, you know what? It's only 1 minute and 9 seconds. Maybe we will watch it. Let's watch it. And let's give them a plug. We've got, this is from Night Hawkin Light. Night Hawkin Light. Go ahead and give them a sub and give them the thumbs up. And let's take a look at the video right here, right now. And we're going to do it on... We're going to do it on... What in the world is going on right now? Oh, it's an ad. Oh my gosh, why am I seeing an ad of an old man doing workouts? I'm not an old man and I don't work out. Alright, let's set it on 0.25 speed and that'll help us speed it up, and let's begin.
In this video, I'll be showing how to tie a bowline knot. What I'm first going to do is put a loop into this side of the line.
Very nice.
Now taking this end of the line, I'm going to go underneath and through this loop, and then around this side of the rope and back through the hole.
Alright.
That is our bowline knot.
Nice! Alright.
The easiest way to remember which direction to twist the loop into this line, and the fastest way to make this knot, is to take the end of the rope in 2 fingers, go over this line, and spin your fingers around. Now you'll have this line coming through the hole already, and this loop will be in the proper direction. You now just come around there and back through the hole.
Very nice. Alright, so that is how to tie a bowline knot. That's something you can use for fishing. You can use it for tying down a tent. You can use it for tying something down so it doesn't get blown away in the wind. So that is how to tie the bowline knot. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Now let's move on to our regularly scheduled content. Now, just so you guys know, Build, Grow, and Create is where we promote people who we think are doing things that build, grow, and create the beautiful, the good, and the true. If you are someone who's doing that, let us know. We'd love to promote your stuff right here on the show because we want to help the owls grow. So with that being said, let's move on to our first incredible video. Today, we're looking at an incredible video, which is Sea of Thieves Fish IRL. That's right, my friends. If you are familiar with the video game called Sea of Thieves, you know you can catch some pretty weird fish. Well, apparently, another guy has taken it to another level and has caught himself his own Sea of Thieves style fish. Oh god, I'm looking at an ad. It's so bad. Oh no. Alright, we're done with that now. We've completed that process. Get another ad. Can you believe this? This is mind-blowing. All right, here we go. So let's take a look.
So we're setting up a deep sea fishing rig. We haven't done it before, but we're going to see what we can catch down deep.
So they're going down deep sea fishing with a full piece of fish.
Strike the fish.
All right, so he's caught the fish.
How's that? I felt a few little boom, 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 and then nothing. Wait.
Get this ad off my screen. They've showed me 3 ads on this one video.
Real deep. Like this.
All right, we get it. You're reeling up the fish. Let's see what it is.
What the hell? What is that?
Let's take a look.
Is that?
What?
Oh, it's cooked.
What in the world is this fish?
Oh, man. All out for that, though.
What in the world? Look at its eyes. It's like a cartoon.
What is that?
What in the world?
Oh, crazy.
Is it maybe because he was so deep down? Maybe that caused its eye? I don't know. Have you ever seen a fish like that before?
That's
So
definitely
maybe
cool.
it was from
Yeah,
reeling
nice.
up
It's got
from
this
so deep.
Maybe. That's what I'm saying. It looks like his tongue is like...
It's like a balloon. It's like a balloon,
What in the world?
That was hard work. My back is like dead from wanting in that 700 gram weight as well.
Oh
But
my
yeah, cool.
gosh.
Good fishies.
I've never seen a fish like that before. That's absurd. His eyes are all popped out. His tongue's all popped out. It looks like a
I
cartoon.
think that's a derp fish.
That is the wild derp fish in its natural habitat.
Now you've heard the derp.
That is the derp fish. Is something wrong? Is something wrong? I don't know. Is something wrong, Obese?
Is something wrong?
I want to know. Is something wrong? We good?
Nothing wrong that I know of other than with the fish.
Oh, good. Well, hey, how's it going? You and Al, welcome. How's it going, bud? All right. Gosh, these fruit flies are insane.
They're like blobfish?
They're like
What's a
blobfish.
blobfish?
I've seen those guys where they're like,
Oh,
yeah,
the nose?
the little clowny
Like
guys.
the
Those guys
nose.
are adorable. I'm a big fan. So that, my friends, is today's first incredible video. Now we're going to be moving on to the one, the only, History's Mysteries. Today, we're exploring the Emerald Tablet. On today's History's Mysteries, we are flying back to the ancient Hellenistic Egypt in the city of Alexandria. Not to be confused with my Alexandria. It is here that a text would be discovered or be created that would become the foundational text of alchemy, and it was discovered on a very strange tablet. Now, the mystery of the Emerald Tablet is shrouded in misinformation and folklore, and many refuse to examine it for fear that it will contain either evil or meaningless messages. Well, not today. On today's History's Mysteries, I will be guiding you as we explore the legendary Emerald Tablet. The Emerald Tablet journey begins now. The Emerald Tablet is believed to be a green or emerald stone inscribed with the secrets of the universe by Hermes, who is the founder of the Hermetic philosophy. The true history of the tablet is surrounded in controversy, with some claiming it was found grasped in the hands of Hermes himself inside of his tomb. Others say, for example, the Egyptians, that Thoth, their god, brought it to them and encoded all the secrets of the universe on this one tablet. Others still say it was written by the third son of Adam and Eve, named Seth. And then finally, some say that it was others say that it was inscribed and placed into the Ark of the Covenant. And finally, some people say it was from Atlantis. That's right. Another History's Mystery getting tied in to Antarctica, guys. I don't know what it's like every single historical thing in the entire world all leads back to Antarctica. I just can't escape it. Every mystery we look into, it doesn't matter how far away we get from it, it's always freaking Antarctica. It's absurd. I don't get what the deal is with Antarctica, but it makes me really want to go. That being said, to note, all of these theories are interesting. However, the only text that we've ever found of the Emerald Tablet was written in the 8th century AD. So a bit further on after, a bit past, all the dates that are being claimed here for this tablet. So it doesn't really seem to have any evidence to support those claims, but a lot of people have made up these traditions and stories that it did come from a much later date. That being said, what is a fact is that it was a highly influential text in alchemy for Western civilization, and it's still referred to frequently today. Isaac Newton even made an analysis of the Emerald Tablet himself, as well as John Dee. Some of the interpretations people have brought up for the text is that it somehow contains the 7 stages of the alchemical process. That's calcination, dissolution, separation, conjunction, fermentation, distillation, and coagulation. However, that being said, it's mostly about being kind of like a choose-your-own-adventure by most modern-day stakes, where there's no one saying that there's 100% set meaning, and no one claims that they really know what it truly means, and so they tell you, hey, decide for yourself. So, I actually got the book here, right here. I've got the Emerald Tablet text, and I'm going to put that up on the screen for you guys, and let's see, we're going to read through it and let us know what you guys think it means, and maybe we can come up with our own theories of the Emerald Tablet. Let's get this thing up on the screen right here. 'Tis true without lying, certain and most. That which is below is like that which is above, and that which is above is like that which is below, to do the miracle of one only thing. All right, so we're getting that first reference to the microcosm is the macrocosm. That which happens on the small scale happens on the big scale. Okay, makes sense, makes sense. And as all things have been and arose from one by the meditations of one, so all things have their birth from this one thing by adaptation. Interesting. So all things arrive by what the Emerald Tablet is supposedly telling us about. Okay. The sun is its father. The moon is its mother. Okay, so the father produces it, and then the mother hibernates it and makes it become life. Interesting. The wind hath carried it in its belly. Okay, so the wind holds it in its belly, and the earth is its nurse. The father of all perfection is the whole world is here. Its force or power is entire if it be converted into earth. Its force or power is entire if it be converted into earth. Separate thou the earth from the fire, the subtle from the gross, sweet with great industry. It ascends from the earth to the heavens, and again it descends to the earth and receives the force of things superior and inferior. By this means you shall have the glory of the whole world, and thereby all obscurity shall fly from you. Its force is above all force, for it vanquishes every subtle thing and penetrates every solid thing. So was the world created. From this are and do come admirable adaptations, whereupon the means or process is here in this. Hence I am called Hermes Trismegistus, having the three parts of the philosophy of the whole world. That which I have said of the operation of the sun is accomplished and ended. Very interesting indeed. So what are your thoughts, Peeves? Got any ideas?
I have no idea.
I got a theory coming through here. It's based on the one where it says, so was the world created, and then it talks about how the wind carries it in its belly. It talks about how it starts on the ground, rises up, and then comes back down. What if what it's talking about is just water? The sun comes out and produces the morning dew, and then that morning dew evaporates and rises into the sky. It gets turned into clouds by the moon, and when it cools down, and then it comes back down. And then the Bible tells us that in the beginning it was the void and it was the waters, right? So the beginning was the water. Perhaps that's what it means. What do you guys think?
Seems right.
Yeah?
Water.
What do we have any thoughts, any comments, or in the chat?
Not about the tablet, no.
No? Okay.
But why do you think they dedicated an emerald tablet to this?
Well, that's what I'm wondering here is if it's in Egypt, right? And if it's in Egypt, a big problem for Egypt is that they're in a desert. So maybe the ability to know that you could like collect morning dew, get water from the environment, even though you're in a desert, that's like the difference between life or death.
Huh.
Perhaps that's the secret. What do you think, though?
Sounds about right.
Okay, all right. So that's the Emerald Tablet. If we got any comments, any thoughts, let us know in the chat, guys. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about this mysterious tablets, and or do we have any questions to address in the chat? If not, we can move on to the next segment.
I don't believe so. No.
You don't believe so? No, what?
No question.
All right, sounds good. All right, then we'll go ahead. Matthew says it's consciousness. Interesting. Okay, so it's consciousness. Let's see. But the consciousness, how is the consciousness born from the sun and the moon? And how does consciousness get carried in its belly? I wonder. Huh.
The breath of life.
The breath of life. That comes from God. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, well, it's a good puzzle. It's a good puzzle indeed. That's my thoughts on it. So, other than that, I think that's the Emerald Tablet. Let's go ahead and let's move on to the next segment. What do you think, Peeps?
Yeah. What's it mean by wait. Where'd it go? The earth and fire thing. Separate thou the earth from the fire?
So what I'm thinking of that is when you put water over fire, you separate the fire from the earth. It doesn't burn.
Oh, okay.
And it can penetrate all earth. Water is the thing that can cut through all the earth.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. That part doesn't make sense to me, but...
Because it's everything and nothing. Interesting. All right.
Cheesecake Owl says, Tyler for president.
Oh, geez, that would be a terrible president. That is a bad idea. No, I refuse. All right.
More like Tyler for dictator.
I would be even worse as a dictator. Then there'd be no checks and balances whatsoever for me to defend against the nonsense and insanity. But speaking of nonsense and insanity, let's move on to the next incredible video, which is a massive witchcraft ritual was found. So this dude is just scrolling around the good old Google Earths, and he came across something very bizarre. Check this out. Or we could get an ad. There we go. So he's on Google Earth here, right? Very intense music.
It's for Friday.
Look at this.
Where we going?
Look. Right there. Inside of Google Earth.
What is it?
Is a giant inverted pentagram. And it's just engraved into the ground. Why? What could be the reasoning for this being here? Absolutely bizarre. So this inverted pentagram's just sitting here out in the ground, and there doesn't seem to be any reasoning for it, any rationale.
Dancing owl.
Oh my gosh.
Well, what about like crop circles?
Well, it could be a crop circle, but why? Why are they building out these giant ritual pentagrams?
Why do they build out crop circles? And how do you know it's inverted? Maybe they're just looking at it the wrong angle.
That's true. It could be a non-inverted pentagram, but still very odd. Very odd. You're just going around Google Earth, and it's like that's a lot of work and commitment just for what? A Google Earth prank?
Yeah, people are bored.
You think? Okay, all right. OPBs is leaning towards people are just bored. Oh, that's a great idea. Dancing owl. Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. Let's 1 second here, guys. That is a brilliant idea coming in from Rosabella. Oh, that's too good. All right, thank you very much for the.
Have dance breaks.
I hope you guys enjoy. OPBs would like to have dance breaks. Let us know in chat, guys. Do you want to have dance and singing breaks? Let us know. Let us know.
You guys want to karaoke?
Hey, Myth Owl in the chat. What up? How's it going, Myth Owl? So that is the massive witchcraft ritual found out in the middle of Google Earth. Now, let's move on to the next segment here, guys.
3 people just said hi, Myth Owl, all at the same time.
Yeah, what up, Myth Owl? All right, let's get started on today's Wizard Academy and the Arcane Arts, exploring the INFP personality type. All right, boys and girls, this is an interesting personality type indeed. This one is, it's got a lot of unique characters here. So, the INFP, they appear fragile, gentle, and frail, but with a seemingly contradictory resolution and strength, and defiance against things larger than themselves when it comes to defending others and their own inner values. These are the reclusive people who often go off and write a book to bring their magical gift back to the world. They come off as maladjusted to society. Maladjusted to the society, because they have these traits that just make them seem a bit off. But it's not in a bad way. It's more of an intriguing way, not a negative one. They're reclusive in the tangible world and their own minds. So they're typically going inward into their own thoughts. They're very much like the mythical fairy folk, or the fae, as people call them. They love understanding how people's inner values work, and they fear having people's individuality squashed by a system or truth. The INFP is often found surrounded by living things, typically injured plants and animals that they care for, exploring their own emotional sea inwardly, searching in the dark for treasures in their own minds. This personality type is a bit rare due to the INFP's difficulty of conforming to anything and propensity for picking fights and arguments that they can't possibly back up because of their reliance on feelings over logic. This being said, the INFP serves an important role in exploring the emotions of a situation, bringing focus to the future for fear of coming problems, and exploring the imaginative worlds of beautifully crafted inner world paracosms. That is the overview of the INFP. Now let's take a look at their archetypes. And are you okay over there, OPs? I saw you making some weird noises.
Cheesecake Owl watched Lord of the Rings for the first time today.
Wow, it's beautiful, isn't it? That's a wonderful one.
It was amazing.
It's really good stuff. It's an incredible one.
I have a very important question for him, though.
Okay, all right. Well, let's do that here, and we'll do that at the end. All right, so we got the Wizard Academy and the Arcane Arts. Exploring the INFP. Where are we at? All right, archetypes. So we're taking a look at the archetypes here. We're going to start off with the good archetypes, and then we're going to move into the shadow here. So the good archetypes that we're looking at is the lover. They're known for being a loving person. They're known for being fantastic, incredible writers. They are the people that are caregivers. They are the dreamers. They are the hobbits. They are the fairies, and they are the healers. That is the INFP's archetypical representation. Now, on their shadow side, this is a very common problem, is the victim-slave mentality. It's the, I'm being attacked, I'm being oppressed. We see this in the incorrect representation of the Joker from the poorly done recent movie of the Joker, which was one of the worst movies ever made. They poorly represented the character as well as the hero's journey, and he portrays himself as a victim in that, and a slave to the society rather than being able to take control of his own abilities. Another problem that you find with the INFP is naive prey. This is where they will go into problems with an innocent mind and not realize that there are monsters lurking in this world that can gobble them up and take advantage of their caregiving nature. So that's a big problem for them. Finally, you have the mad lover / stalker. These people can become a little obsessive at times and start tracking people down because of their obsessive love. We see this represented in, for example, the Seven Deadly Sins anime, where the character tracks down people and swears to murder another person even though he's immortal because he wants to get revenge for his loved one, and so on and so forth. So that's the good and the bad sides of the archetype. Now let's take a look at some of the characters that are represented by the INFP. So first off the bat, I mean, talk about a lineup here. C.S. Lewis, Tolkien, and Edgar Allan Poe. Can you talk? I mean, it's like, I wonder if they're gifted at writing. It's absurd, and that's just some of the great writers that we had in here. You know, Tolkien, one of the greatest writers of all time. C.S. Lewis, one of the best writers of our generation. Edgar Allan Poe, one of the greatest poets of all time. I mean, it's incredible how gifted these people are at creating these paracosmic worlds in their head. It's just miraculous how gifted they are at it. Now, moving into the fictional world, we have a little compilation here of different characters, some of which include Butters from South Park. We got Meg Griffin from Family Guy. We got Gohan from Dragon Ball Z. We've got Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, Nicolas Cage, the actor, Aurora from Disney, Violet from The Incredibles. We've got Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter. We have the fake Joker from the terrible Joker movie that just came out, one of the worst movies ever made. We've got Frodo We've got Yugi. Frodo's from Lord of the Rings, if you didn't know. Yugi is from Yu-Gi-Oh!, the animated series. And John Wilkes Booth, the man who assassinated Abraham Lincoln, is INFP as well. And finally, Elizabeth from the Seven Deadly Sins. Those are examples of the INFP and their natural character archetype traits. So to give you kind of an idea of the type of character this is. Now let's move on into the strengths and then the weaknesses of the personality type. I guess I don't have my good slides in here. We'll go back to these ones then. All right. So for strengths, the strengths of the INFP is that they're very thoughtful people. They are very generous. They're very open-minded, creative, passionate, and loyal to their values. They have a huge sense of idealism, and they have integrity, and they're very capable of compromising with people so long as it doesn't tie into their core values. So this is the kind of person who will be very patient with people and sit back and relax and not get into emotionally involved in the situations if it's not affecting core values. Finally, they are known for being very dedicated people. These are people that when they take on a mission, they will stick to it to the very end, and they can be trusted and relied upon. So that is the strengths of the INFP. Now let's take a look at the weaknesses of this personality type. So on the weakness sides, we see that they have a problem for being overly idealistic. So they have this sense of things being perfect in the world that just does not exist. And so this can cause them to get into states of really deep depression because unfortunately they're looking for a world that doesn't exist. That the world in their mind can be perfect, so why can't it be perfect on the outside? And that can lead to a lot of problems. They tend to be very sensitive, and rather than getting an outlet for this, they tend to turn inward when they're feeling those ways. This can lead them into situations where they're very selfless and overly vulnerable with people, and this can be really dangerous because they're willing to do selfless acts and be vulnerable with pretty much anyone, and there's a lot of people in the world that will take advantage of that. So you have to be really careful here. On top of that, they have a very self-critical nature, so they can sit there and put themselves down repeatedly, even when they're not responsible or entirely responsible. They also have a tendency from that dreamy state of mind to be impractical and emotionally driven. So they can get very worked up by emotions and their feelings, and this can cause them to also explore things in an impractical manner. They're basically describe themselves as being in a sea of emotions, varying emotions all at the same time, buzzing and filled with them and trying to manage those feelings all the time. They are very conflict adverse because of this, because they just don't need another person putting in more emotions, and all of this revolves around ending up them being very difficult to get to know because they spend a lot of time on the inside of their world rather than the outside. And so those are the strengths and the weaknesses of the INFP, and those are some of the character traits of the INFP. Let's see how the chat's doing. What are our thoughts? And by the way, guys, if you want to get the personality test, it is free. I'll drop the link in the chat while we listen to OPB's questions. And if you want to take the test, it is a free test. We will send you the PDF after you sign up for it. It's got the test and all the personality types as well as an explainer for you. So if you don't know what your type is, this will help you out with that.
So Pizza Owl is the INFP.
Nice.
But she's INFP-T.
Okay.
What is the -T?
So there's different variants of the personality type. That basically they're things that tend to be more overemphasized than others. However, it's important to note those added dashes on the end are not really the most reliable things. They're the kind of thing that can change because you ate something different from breakfast, or you had your coffee or you didn't have your coffee. So it's basically telling you stuff that, you might lean a little bit more this way or the other, but it's not as set in stone as I would say as the letters are. Typically when a letter changes, one of the 4 core letters change, you're looking at something that's like a traumatic experience, or you changed your entire life. Like if you uproot yourself and move to another place, getting a new job, getting into a new relationships, those typically can affect the letters of your personality. But that end one, it's literally as variable as like, I didn't get very much sleep today, so today I've got the T on the end versus a different one kind of thing. That being said, did you get the archetype of it? And I can get you a little bit more insight on it. And does this information sound accurate and helpful for you? Was this on point, or are we missing something? If you're an INFP, let's get a chat going here.
Are we getting an inside?
Yeah, I want to get some interviews. Let us know how accurate, Pizza Owl. Was this accurate? Is this helpful? Do you feel relating with these characters? Let us know.
This is what kind of person you are.
Yeah, exactly. Are you a hobbit or a fairy, or are you Luna Lovegood?
That's
Let
what
us
I
know.
don't understand though. Is how is that Frodo?
Because it's like everything Frodo is.
A caregiver?
Yeah.
Sam is more of a caregiver than Frodo.
No, Sam is more of like a bud, man. He's a bros to the end. I cannot find this link for the love of me. I don't know where the heck I put the link. I'm still scrolling around. I sent it to you at some point, right?
For the personality test?
Yeah.
You can just search it.
Where?
Google.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
All right.
But who else is INFP?
Yeah, let's get some information from Pizza Owl here. Let us know, what is it like being an INFP? You got any insights?
Luna Lovegood?
Are you like Luna Lovegood? Let us know. What is your experience like? What is it like being an INFP? Is this accurate? I want everything.
It is accurate.
She says it's very
yes.
accurate. Interesting.
Thanks.
Okay. Great. And I found the link. Okay, there we go. Sorry, guys. I know. Very unprofessional of me. My apologies. Let's send this off in here. Boom.
You get to be Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
You get to be Belle from Beauty and the Beast. You get to be Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Luna Lovegood, Violet from The Incredibles. They're adorable. Great people. Great people indeed. And it's just incredible that, I mean, can you imagine your personality type gets you in a lineup that includes Tolkien and C.S. Lewis and Edgar Allan Poe? Like, holy crap, that's insane. That's just mind-blowing how that, I mean, I can't think of a bigger indicator of you're probably really good at writing than you're in the same personality type as C.S. Lewis and Tolkien. Like, it's insane. Absolutely insane.
She's kind of like Luna, I guess.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Luna Lovegood was always...
I loved Luna.
She was always my favorite, too.
Yeah.
Her and Jeannie. I like them both.
Jenny.
Yeah, I call her Jeannie.
Yeah. You really loved her, didn't you?
No.
You know her name.
Yeah, so that, my friends, that's the INFP. Glad to hear it. What are your thoughts, Peeves? You interested in this type? What do you think about this type? You're very close to this.
It. I am very close to this.
She's an ISFP, so she's very close to this personality type.
But yeah, I guess the N has more of the good writer genes because I'm not.
Yeah, the N does. So you're typically more the expressing through art, visual arts kind of stuff. Yeah, that's.
I wish I could write. I have like ideas, but I'm just not. I'm not good at structuring it properly.
Yeah. My
brain is kind of all over the place.
Interesting. All right. Is the test a phone call? Sorry. So that is my old personality test. So we used to go and I do a phone call with the people and talk through their situation and then help them with basically figuring out their problems based on their personality types. When you fill out that form, I can still do the call with you if you want. The form will give you an email if you want to set up something like that. But when you sign up for that, what's going to happen is we'll just send you the PDF that has the information that you need. It's not a phone call. It's something you can take in about 10 minutes. So that's what's going on there. Sorry, I didn't mention that. I forget that there's people that aren't just in the Parliament of Owls here all the time. And there's also people who've never seen the link before, and it's something from like a long time ago. So I should probably let people know before I just drop it in the chat.
Pizza Owl says, I don't watch a lot of movies. I can't tell you how many times I try to write a book in my life.
Interesting. Okay. Very nice.
I tried to write a book once. Woo!
Yeah? What was it about?
Oh my god.
Oh, is it a secret?
When was this? This was like back when I was in middle school. I had read Twilight and I was inspired.
Ooh. Inspired by Twilight.
So I wanted to write a book. Anytime I read a book, like Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter or Hunger Games or any kind of fiction book, my mind starts narrating my life in the third person.
So you get sucked into a paracosm.
I get sucked into it and for months.
That's something that can happen with INFPs. This is such a profound thing that happens to INFPs. The paracosms can be so powerful for them. If a story is written well enough, they get stuck in it and feel like they're possessed. Like they can start thinking they're going crazy because they're like, why do I feel like I'm in Lord of the Rings now?
Yeah, that's me. So that's me months after reading these books. So for a while I was like, wow, I want to write my own book, because I'm thinking in third person already.
Yeah.
So I tried to write a book about like a girl that was a shapeshifter and she can shapeshift into a cat.
That's cool.
And then have some kind of love interest with this boy she met. And it was like back when I know the witch trials didn't happen because I was there for that history's mysteries.
Oh, yeah.
But back then I thought they did. So all I knew was one of the plot twists or whatever, the action-packed parts would have her like about to be burned at the stake for being a witch and he was gonna save her.
That's epic. All right.
I wrote about a page. I read it back and I cringed so hard I never tried again.
No, you can't just give up. It's terrible. Well, that is the story of ISFP, very close to the INFP. Hopefully the INFP does not cringe so hard. They just put out the work and get it done.
So Cheesecake Owl said, watch out, Tyler, Edward or Jacob coming for your girl.
I could beat up both of those little stick bugs in a minute. Are you kidding me?
Maybe when I was like 14,
look at me.
I
sparkle in the sunlight.
Okay, in the books he's much cooler than in the movies.
I'm a walking mirror ball. What are those things called? Disco ball.
Disco ball, yeah. How are you gonna beat that?
He's just a walking glitter bomb.
24/7 disco ball.
He's constantly like he just walked through the Michaels glitter section, just like, look at me, I'm sparkling.
It's dance parties 24/7.
And then the other guy's just some shirtless dude, and it's like, wow, I wonder what archetypes these are applying to. All right, so that is the INFP, my friends. What's that?
Corey says, I don't like reading or writing. I'm a math person.
Interesting. Is Corey an INFP?
I'm not sure, Corey. What are you?
We'll find out. All right, let's move on to a small announcement. The self-learning course, guys. We got the link up in the disclaimer. If you click there, that is your free self-learning course. It'll teach you how to learn anything for free when you fill that out. Also, if you're an owl, that is your referral link. If you give that to a friend and they put your owl name in there, when they choose to buy the Wizard Library at some point down the line, you will get a $45 commission. So if you want to grab that thing and share it with your friends, that is a great way to do it and help grow the stream and spread the power of learning today. Let's move on to our first round of live wizard readings. Or not. Okay, there we go. Boom! Let's go!
Cheesecake Owl.
All right, boys and girls, let's do this.
Sherlock Owl says, I wrote a book in 7th grade. It was basically like Alice's Adventures in Wonderland.
Wow, that's awesome. I'm a big fan of Alice in Wonderland.
Yes. And then Pizza Owl says she tried to write a book about her life, but didn't even get started.
That sounds like more of a Tyler play there. Right? No, what the ENTP play is we write the table of contents and then we're like, you get the idea. And then we just move on to another one.
Colin says, sleep, sleep, sleep. Hi.
Hello. How's it going? All right. Let's get
Cheesecake Owl.
Cheesecake Owl reading. Is there anything in particular Cheesecake's looking for? And have we confirmed that they're here?
We have not. He messaged not too long ago, but...
All right, Cheesecake Owl, let us know if you're here in the chat. We'll get your reading started shortly. And who's after Cheesecake?
After Cheesecake is Crystal Owl.
Crystal Owl will be after that. Same deal. If you're here, let us know in the chat below. And let us know what you'd like a reading about.
Pizza Owl says, my brother is thinking of joining the Owls.
Ooh, very nice. That's exciting. He should. Absolutely.
Pizza Owl's brother. What would his owl name be?
Pizza Owl could be
Breadstick Owl.
Breadstick Owl.
Or Parmesan
Garlic
Owl.
Knot Owl.
Pasta Owl.
Pepperoni Owl. Pineapple Owl. Controversy.
Whoa.
Controversy.
Just a regular one for Cheesecake Owl.
All right, Cheesecake Owl, let's begin. Ooh, popping off strong here, Cheesecake Owl. So, this is the High Priestess. So, the High Priestess is an interesting card indeed, because what this card tells you is you're going through an experience right now, and this is a very important time, because you're doing the right process, you're doing things the right way, but let's make sure that you're on track and following through with this philosophy. You're planning some big plans. You've got good ideas in your life. You're looking at the long term right now. What this card is saying is let's make sure before we start making our cons and pros list. My goodness, the reverse camera is screwing with me there. Before we get our pros and cons list, we have to make sure that we're founding it on our spiritual foundations. We want to make sure that what our core principles are, the things we believe in most, we're grounding ourselves there first and then getting our pros and cons list. We do not want to go and make our pros and cons list based on what we think in the material realm, in the intellectual realm, or even in the emotional realm. We need to ask ourselves, what are our core principles and what do we believe in? And then from there, we need to judge our questions. What does God want us to do? And then make the pros and cons list for our plans. That's going to help you out and set you up with a really solid foundation that's going to help you accomplish your dreams. So that is what we see popping up there for you, Cheesecake Owl. Hope that helps you out, and let's move on to the Crystal Owl. Pew, 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 pew. I imagine Crystal Owl just made of crystals. It's very interesting in my brain.
So Sherlock Owl says, it was basically about a girl who got lost in a storm. She passes out and washes up.
You're going to need to talk louder.
Okay. Sherlock Owl says, it was basically about a girl who got lost in a storm. She passes out and wakes up in another universe, and she has to go through these different worlds. Before they all fade, she woke up and she was in a coma. That's all. But when she woke up, there was a coin in her pocket that she picked up in one of the worlds. I don't know how that's possible. So even Sherlock Owl doesn't know what the twist is.
Wait, so
But
she
it
picked
sounds
up the
like
coin. How come why would it be impossible for her to pick up the coin?
Because she was in a different world, but then she wakes up from a coma and like it was
Oh,
all
I
fake.
get, okay.
But she had the coin from the different worlds somehow. Kind of like a Narnia thing.
Yeah, Narnia thing. Was this a dream? Was it real? Maybe, maybe not. Oh, okay. I like it.
Pizza Owl says, I was thinking about what it's about, then didn't get started, and I ended up crying myself to sleep because I thought I was useless for a start.
No! My gosh, a lot of people feeling like they're useless for not finishing their stuff. Man, if that's the case, let me tell you guys, I've got a lot of useless in me, let me tell you. But you know what? You get some things done, like the self-learning course. Yay! We got one out of like 1,000. Just 20 billion to go.
And then Colin says, you know, when someone has a bottomless stomach, it's the same for him, but it's his imagination. It's endless.
Oh, got it. Okay.
And I told him you should get it on paper. He said, that's what I thought in 3rd grade, but never made it there.
All right. Well, we got Crystal Owl. Has she responded here? Is she in the chat? And let us know what you would like a reading about.
She has not responded that I see.
Okay.
But I could be blind.
All right, Crystal Owl. Well, let us know in the chat. And then who would be after Crystal?
Singing Owl.
Singing owl, it's time for your reading.
She
After
just
Crystal.
commented and said she took the test. What were your
Nice.
results?
All right, Singing Owl. What are we
you
looking
get?
at? Like, what personality is it? If the coin is in your pocket, then it's obviously real. Whoa.
True.
The plot thickens for your story. Chapter 2, Revenge of the Coin.
Maybe like a family member put it in her pocket, and so she
Maybe.
brought that into her dream about the other world.
Ooh, sleep conspiracies. My goodness.
Inception.
Wow. This is an intense story.
These worlds were in her mind.
Paracosms.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then made it real.
So are we ditched by the Singing Owl and the Crystal Owl?
I mean, Singing Owl just commented.
Oh, then we know she's here. Singing Owl.
Singing Owl.
Are you here? Or Crystal Owl?
Leave us a
Let us
comment.
know. Let's get your reading going.
What's your personality type?
Yeah, what's your personality?
ISFP.
ISFP!
We are the same.
You're an OPVs. Wow, you are a wild OPVs in the natural environment. How cool. How cool.
I'm
All
so
right.
sorry.
I'm going to start a general reading for singing. Why?
No, actually, I love being ISFP.
All right, I'm going to start your general reading here. If you change your mind, Singing Owl, let us know. Ooh, we got the 8 of Pentacles. What a fantastic card. So I think this popped up earlier for you too. So this is the 8 of Pentacles. This is one of my favorite cards. This is my favorite place to be at a project. This is the point of self-mastery. So this is saying that you have arrived at a point in your life where you are in a situation where you can look at your own work and objectively see why it sucks and why it's good. And you don't need someone else there to tell you why it sucks and why it's good. And when you get to that point in your life, that is the best place to be, because now when you've reached this point, there is no situation you're going to arrive at where you cannot be a success if what you're trying to do is possible. It's just a matter of time. You have to go and fail and fail and fail over and over and over again and get slightly better every time, saying, wow, what I did good was this, and what I sucked at was this, this, and this. I'm going to try and do one less of that next time. Boom. And just keep that process up. And if you stick to this process, you will eventually achieve your goals. So that is what we see popping up here with the 8 of Pentacles for you, Singing Owl. I hope that helps you out. Hope that gives you some insights. And congratulations on being an ISFP. An ISFP like OPVs. Woo! Should we do an ISFP on Monday?
If you want.
Ooh, get into OPV's personality.
And Singing Owl.
Ooh, I'll take lots of photos from my phone and just put OPVs everywhere for the...
No, the Golem one.
Oh,
no.
you should get the Golem one. Oh, this is good. Oh, that's a good idea. It'll just be a photo shoot of OPVs.
That's very interesting.
You think that's a good idea, OPVs?
No. Colin says, throughout my life, well, previously, he said, I have paranoia literally constantly. Like, I walk somewhere, and he gets followed by his mind. It almost makes him crazy. And then he said, throughout my life, I have made cartoon characters who have affected my life in both good and bad ways.
Very interesting. We got a lot of paracosmically enveloped people here. A lot of power. I like that. That's a cool skill.
So are you able to, like, purposefully create characters to influence your life in a positive way?
Yeah, that's what a paracosm is. Where you can create a fantasy character in your mind.
More of that.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't make the ones that
suck. Yeah, that's true. It's a little bit harder than that, I know, but that's all right. And so, Crystal Owl, did she ever respond?
Crystal Owl has not, but can we owlify Singing Owl's friend, Jamie,
yes,
as Playin' Owl?
Playin' Owl?
Playin'.
Got it. All right, we can do that. And is there anyone else that we need to get in?
Since Crystal Owl is not here, Ducky Owl.
Ducky Owl, if you're here, let us know in the chat below, and we'll get that reading started for you shortly. So, when I was little, my grandmother had the classic Popeye the Sailor Man, Felix the Cat, and Betty Boop that were my imaginations come from. Ooh, very cool. Yes, exactly. That's it. That's correct. That is the paracosm. It is a really cool skill to have And that's what I teach people how to do. I'm kind of like that, but it's my anxiety doing it. Ooh, that's not good, Pizza Owl. All right. My goodness, I totally forgot. Ducky Owl, and then we're owlifying
Singing Owl's friend,
Jamie. All right,
as
Jamie.
Playing Owl.
Let's get this started. I'm going to make an energy ball in between my hands, just like so. And you might not be able to see the energy ball. About 20% of people can, but that's not what's important. What's important is that I'm confusing you. I'm going to try and make it blue for fun. And the point here, Jamie, is that I want to confuse you so that we can open your mind up to the possibilities. So I'm going to place it on top of this stamp here. Start spinning it around. And as you look into this, Jamie, sometimes we can have things happen to ourselves in this world where we feel like, gosh, I want justice. And I get the strong sense that justice and doing what's right and having things work out for you is very important to you. And sometimes it can make you feel a little anxious because you feel like you're sitting in this world where things that are being wrong are not being brought to justice, and man, is this world just this whole big mess. And I get this impression there's also this maternal instinct here of just wanting to protect the weak, the people who can't help themselves. And what's important to know here is, Jamie, is that this is the sign of someone who has a lot of intelligence and a lot of empathy. And it's important to note here that we cannot stretch ourselves outside of what is possible for us, or we're always going to live in this state of pain and problem. So what we have to do if we're that kind of person is we've got to sit there and think, okay, how can I help the people in my immediate environment? Who are the people in my family, my friends? And those are the people we need to be supporting. We can't be thinking about a billion people because we're not able to affect a billion people. You can always find evil going on in some part of the world. So if you have this mentality of doing it for the world, you're always going to be in a state of anxiety and fear. Let's focus on our own immediate family and friends and community. That is the place where you'll find a lot of success. And we're going to send that on off here to Jamie. Should be arriving here pretty soon. If and when it does arrive, you're going to experience some strange phenomena on occasion. Not everyone does. But if you do, let us know in the chat. What these can look like is flashing lights. You might see an orb go by. Hearing or seeing an owl is common. And the temperature going up and down. Shadows moving. These are all normal phenomenon. If any of those happen, let us know in the comments below. Should be arriving here soon. In about... there we go. In about 3, 2, 1... Welcome, Playing Owl, to the flock. Woo! You're crushing! Yeah, you're amazing, Playing Owl. Woo! You're a legend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Did we get word from Ducky Owl?
Yes, Ducky Owl is here. She'd
All right.
like a general reading.
Sounds good. Let's get a general reading going. My word, we are literally living in a cloud of fruit flies right now. It is mind-boggling how many fruit flies are in here. Oh, PB's just swatting at them while we're doing the stream. I'm eyeballing them. It's intense. All right. We're going to have to go to war this weekend. Let's kill them. We're going to kill them all.
I'll have to whip
I
out
shall
the
bring...
vacuum.
Oh, a vacuum. That could be cool.
So
Yes.
just-
I shall slaughter your bloodline and bring it to an end, fruit fly. You have sullied my airspace for the last time. We were trying to be peaceful with your people, but now you have corrupted the air in which I breathe, the beverages upon which I sip, and now your life and your family's line shall be mine. Hear me, fruit fly. You shall live no longer.
Enjoy space.
Let's go. Space?
The vacuum.
Ah, got it. All right, let's go. Ooh, very nice, Ducky Owl. All right, what we got popping up here for you is the Queen of Pentacles. So, the Queen of Pentacles is about patience with the material. What this is telling you is that you are in a spot right now, Ducky Owl, where this is an annoying card to get, but it's an important card to get. And it's saying we got to be patient with our material goals. We've been putting in a lot of work. We've been working really hard, and we're just not seeing the material payoff yet. And this seems to happen a lot when we're working on a new business or when we're doing a job search or a diet. We find ourselves in this spot where we put in all this work and we don't see the results yet, or the results we're expecting. And what this card says is, just because you don't see it in the material world doesn't mean it's not working. You are putting in the hard work. As long as you're putting in the hard work, you're going to see the results. It's just not going to happen overnight. So just keep working, keep pushing forward, and be patient, and that's going to help you get through this time. And so that is what we got there for you, Ducky Owl. I hope that helps you out. Hope that gives you some insights. And with that, we're going to move on to the next segments. Now, we're going to be moving on to the next segments here, guys. This is the second half of the show. If you're under 18 and do not have your parents' permission, this is a good time to now leave the show. We don't want you to be going into the next segment here if you're underage and don't have your parents' permission. We're talking about some intense topics. We're going to be doing some dark comedy. We're going to be talking about inappropriate topics. We're going to be talking about spooky things, serious things, a lot of different content on the second side here, and it's not for everybody. So if you're not into that kind of content, that is perfectly fine. And if you're underage, again, perfectly fine. You are not a bad person. It doesn't mean you're not special, and you're not missing out on being part of the community at all. In fact, we're going to drop the Discord link right now so that you can join the Discord regardless of not being there at the end of the show. And let's get that in here for you guys right now. And other than that, we are going to be moving on to some pretty intense content here in a minute. And so just as a final heads up there, we're going to be doing copy. We're going to be doing copy critique. Yes, indeed. What's up?
You're about to see Angry Wizard.
Angry Wizard, yeah. Well, Angry Wizard or Chaotic Wizard.
Both.
Perhaps. All right, so that's our little announcement. That is the Discord link getting dropped in the chat there for you guys, and our little disclaimer. We're going to move on to an incredible video to give you guys a chance to clear out if you want to, or maybe if you're of the other side of things, maybe now is the time to invite your friends while I attack another fruit fly. All right, let's take a look at this incredible video. A near-death rock climbing accident. This one is nuts, let me tell you. This guy, this dude it's insane. Just, I can't imagine being in this situation. There's so much force, and it's such a short cliff too, which makes it even crazier. All right, so this guy is out here rock climbing. So there's a guy right up here on the top of the cliff climbing up the rocks, and there's some people behind the security barriers watching him climb. And the entire side of the cliff falls off right next to him. So he's right here. Here's the rocks. Boom! The entire side falls right off next to him. Smashes down. And just blows through the security barrier. Almost kills this guy right here.
Wow.
My gosh. Absolutely insane. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So that is the rock climbing incident there for you guys. That is the incredible video. Before we move on to the next segment here, which is our intense segment. And OPBC's got some questions and story time. So let's hear what you got to say.
No question. I have story time. So one of our first dates me and Tyler went on, we went hiking. And it ended up raining, like really hard. And we were infested by salamanders. So,
you're just going to skip over the salamander infestation, huh?
Yeah, it was a plague of salamanders.
Literally the ground itself turned into salamanders.
The ground was salamanders. We had to try our hardest not to step on and kill these salamanders. They are pathetic. But anyways, it started raining really hard, and we were like, oh, maybe we should get out of here before it starts like flooding, flash flood, because it was like a valley area.
Yep.
So we start running out.
It did start flooding. It literally was filling up as we were speaking.
Yeah, so we started running out back to our car, and while we were running, there was a rock slide right in front of us.
Yeah, a rock almost hit Alex. I grabbed her and pulled her out of the way.
Yeah, it was
pretty
crazy.
epic.
And that's when I knew. No.
Yep. I was like, a rock. It was insane. Absolutely crazy. That was an experience indeed. All right, boys and girls, we're going to be putting on a character here in just a bit. So, coming up here in just a second, we're going to be doing a character here. I'm going to be pretending to be drinking this beverage right here, which is alcohol, but it's not. It's actually water, just so you know. Look at this. It's water. Everything is fine. Yeah, no. So, shh, we don't need to tell them that, okay? So, we're going to be putting on a little act here. We're going to be putting on a character. I'm going to be playing a mad businessman, a mad marketer who, and our job here is to make these companies see the error of their ways and for me to educate you guys on the real problems in their advertising and maybe why they're not doing so hot. So that's what's going to be happening here in just a bit. Just so you guys know, this will cover a lot of topics, and it's important to read the disclaimer and realize what we're doing here, okay? Because we're playing a little bit. We're just putting on a show. We're just saying whatever we can to figure out what's going to upset them, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to get that disclaimer up here in just a second. Let's go. All right, boys and girls, I think that's enough time for you guys to read it. Let's begin the show here with a question for today's copy critique, boys and girls. I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently here on this fine evening. Got myself a delicious martini here, and it's a fantastic beverage indeed to be partaking in a question of which is, who could it be? And this goes to you, chat, as well as OPBs. The next company is someone who should be thriving right now. This is one of the most successful companies around, and simply because of the time we are alive in right now, there is no excuse for this company to not be one of the most successful companies ever. However, they seem to be getting worse and worse every single day. So I thought perhaps it might be their marketing that's causing them to do so bad. So I'm going to show you a marketing video from their channel before I tell you who they are. I want you guys to tell me what company you think it is and what they sell. Okay? So that's going to be the question. That's the game we're going to be playing here. Let's take a guess what company this is and what they sell. You okay there?
Yeah, I'm thinking. That's just my thinking face.
Oh, okay.
Apparently it causes you to ask what's wrong.
Yes. When people, when OPVs goes like this.
That's not what I'm
It's
doing.
it makes me wonder if she's trying to say something.
That's not what I'm doing.
All right, guys, so I'm going to get the ad up here. The title of this ad is called Karen. Karen.
Okay.
Cheers.
I'm most creative late at night because I feel most creative when I have the opportunity to be in that silence. I'd like to live as a vet for large animals, enjoy my life. I like to paint the sceneries that I see, just live calmly and comfortably. I've always had ideas. I never had a way to express them before because I was young. My mom bought me a watercolor set, and I remember just having the time of my life whenever I felt like painting.
All right, so we're 40 seconds into the ad, boys and girls. What do you think this company is, and what do you think they sell? Now, keep in mind, at 40-second mark, you have lost 99% of your viewers. There is no one going past this point at the 40-second mark. How many? So what? Let's get some thoughts in chat. What do you think this is?
Can I guess too?
Oh, of course.
Something artsy. Maybe like a
Artsy.
like
Okay.
a Fiverr or an Upwork, like hiring a designer.
Hiring a designer, Upwork. Okay, okay. What do we got in the chat? Anybody got here? Cool. It says
Adobe,
Kroger.
maybe?
Adobe.
Someone said dollar store, but that was before.
Some people said dollar store. Okay, we got Kroger's. All right, all right. Some good ideas. Good ideas. Let's keep on going here. Let's see if we get any more information.
I like to draw sceneries. I like drawing forests, the ocean. I love playing with the paint colors. I had always done art traditionally.
He thinks it's a vegan ad. Okay, vegan ad.
Like I drew on pencil and paper, and I painted like with those kind of mediums. When I got here, I had the opportunity to use a Wacom tablet for the first time.
Oh.
And I remember thinking it was like the coolest thing on the planet. I had never had the opportunity to be around any of the technology that I was given. I've been drawing digitally since. I love to learn anything that I can.
Okay, guys. So that's the end of the ad here. We're at the end of the ad. So what do you guys think? What company is this and what product do they sell?
Maybe some kind of like tablet.
Some sort of tablet. Okay, all right, all right. So that's a question we got here. Hobby Lobby, Michaels.
Yeah, Hobby
Okay.
Lobby, Michaels,
We got Joann's. All right, are you guys ready? Are you ready?
I'm thinking like some kind of art tablet.
Yep, all right. So those are our thoughts. Let's find out what the ad is, everybody. This is Best Buy. Best Buy. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is Best Buy, everyone.
Best Buy.
This is a company that is worth $25.99 billion. And they have 334,000 subscribers.
Best
334,000 subscribers. How much money do you well, hold on. Let's take a guess here. Well, you guys probably already saw it, but that's all right. That's all right. So, these people spent in 2019 $8 billion selling their product. If they follow the average for marketing expenses, they spent $16 billion in marketing and advertising, a general, obvious, complete estimation that we can't know for sure. But that is the amount of money they spent. And this is what they got for their money, guys. This is what they got for their money. And how many views do you think that got them? $16 billion investment and 334,000 subscribers. How many views do you think they got?
I don't know. It's titled Karen.
2,394 views.
That's it?
2,394 views with a $16 billion ad budget, 334,000 subscribers, and they got 2,394 views. Now, what do you think? What do you think is happening here? Surely this was a mistake. Surely they have course corrected. I imagine that if I was an executive and I gave a team of people $16 billion to market their product and they came back to me with a video called Karen, they didn't mention my brand name once during the entire freaking commercial, and the title is Karen, and they got under 3,000 views, I would fire every single person on my team. Could you imagine being Best Buy? Could you imagine being that executive? Well, I am assuming he fired everybody, so let's take a look at the next video that they put out. This one's called Westland. Spoiler alert, 3,744 views. This intro look familiar to you?
George Floyd's murder occurred a few days before.
Their follow-up, the follow-up to the follow-up to their failed Karen video is the exact same video, but this time with added racism themes.
Wow.
All the businesses are closed.
In high school, black people are always in the line. We're criminalized in every aspect of everything we do. We don't get the same tools. We don't get the same resources.
Again, this is not. This is a Best Buy commercial, guys. They all are portraying all the businesses are closed and there's no opportunity. That's what they did. They closed up their businesses. They were the people that closed their doors.
I became a part of the whole community in Minneapolis, and they welcomed me with open arms.
So the reason your businesses were closed, if I recall, Best Buy, wasn't it because there was domestic terrorists that ran through the streets and threw bricks through your window and burnt down your Best Buys and stole your inventory, and then you boarded up your own businesses so they couldn't get in? Isn't that what happened to you? And now you're advocating for the people who you blocked up the windows for? By the way, these things are run by people that are insane. It's absurd. These companies are billionaires.
And they gave me tools that I didn't think I would ever be able to use. It also helped me with my own identity, understanding who I am.
She's riding on a horse in the middle of a street with a group of domestic terrorists that literally burnt their building to the ground. So we can't even we can't even identify what's going on here, guys. They spent $16 billion and they thought, you know what we need to do? What we need to do is do the exact same ad that just failed, and we're going to pivot, though. We're going to pivot towards advocating for the people who broke into our business, stole our inventory, and burnt our buildings to the ground. That's who we need to invest $16 billion into. My word, this is insanity. I can't believe this. Oh.
Do I have? I want to become a criminal lawyer, but really my dream is really about war activism.
Wait, what? Your dream? The dream that Best Buy is actively promoting right now with their $16 billion is to promote domestic terrorism. That's what she just said is her dream. They want people to know that she wants to make more Best Buys get burnt to the ground and boarded up. Good to know.
Right after the murder of George Floyd, me and my friends, we stepped up and did create a sit-in. The point of the sit-in was to let people know that Black youth are here, and we are the future, and we're...
What? They want people to know that you're here? Are you insane? Do you not realize that everyone knows that? You don't have to burn cities down to let people know that you're here. We all know you're here. If you just knock on the door. Hi, how's it going? And let me tell you something. If you're letting these companies treat you like a toy to be patted on the head and then celebrate killing your own children in the womb and engaging in violent domestic terrorism, guess what? You won't have a future. You're killing your future in the womb and throwing yourselves in the line of fire and locking yourselves in cages. You're not going to be doing any of those things here, buds. You're not going to be looking to yourself and being known in the future. You don't have a future if you keep living that kind of lifestyle. It's like a drug addict. I want to advocate for drug lives matter. People who are drug addicts matter. No, you're going to be dead in 25 years. That's what happens when you have a drug addiction. It's the same thing. If you go around killing all of your children in the womb and then charging in, doing domestic terrorism, and then getting in the line of fire during those things, you're not going to be around for very long. It's insanity. Absolutely insanity.
I need to be sitting in their faces, and we will vote you out. to look back and see that I have made a step towards people valuing or seeing black people as human.
Seeing black people as human.
What?
What is wrong with you? Do you honestly think there are people other than these corporations, obviously, who are treating you like an animal, that don't think you're human? So you want people to think blacks are human. So your way of accomplishing this is to have corporations tell you you aren't a human, you're just your skin color, and pat you on the head and say, who's a good little minority? You are! We made you into a cartoon, just like the 1920s Disney commercials. Isn't that great? That's what you want? That's what you need? That's how you feel humanized? Is when people turn you into a character, turn you into a cartoon caricature of a black person, and then pat you on the head so that they can advertise their business and say, no, look at us, we're special. I don't know. Maybe have you considered, I don't know, trying to build and grow and create things? Maybe? I don't know. That might be a better way. Do you think that's better than having corporations pat you on the head and fund you? Kanye West isn't out there trying to prove that he's a human. He knows what he's doing, and he's crushing. He makes great products. He makes great art. He's growing incredible communities. You know why? Because the pigmentation of your skin isn't the problem. It's your choices that you make. And guess what? A lot of black people aren't making that stupid choice that you are. Some black people don't want to be owned and treated like animals by corporations, like you're letting them do to you right now. Some people want to change their own lives and grow and be free like Kanye West does. They don't want to be slaves to corporations and be little cartoons to be puppeted around on the screen. But go on, Best Buy. Please tell me how promoting domestic terrorists that robbed you blind, burnt your buildings to the ground, and telling them, it's okay, little minority, you didn't know any better. Here, we made a nice little cartoon of you, and you can be a big old star. Who's this star? Yeah, Best Buy, keep doing that. I'm sure that's going to work really well for your businesses. Absolutely disgusting. It is appalling.
See that I have made a step towards people valuing or
you know what? So, surely they've learned their lesson. I'm sure they have finally gotten their act together. Let's look at one of their more recent videos. They've got to have realized 3,000 views, hundreds of downvotes. Nobody's watching this. They put $16 billion. They must have pivoted at this point. There's no way they could continue going on. Let's take a look at their more recent video here.
We all want more.
This is ridiculous.
This is the new one. All right, this is the new one. Okay. Well,
boy.
hey, hold on. They didn't start with the same intro though. So that's a good start. We got a new intro. Okay. So they realized what they were doing was wrong with the animated thing and referencing to their company's capacity. All right. So they got rid of the animation thing. Let's see how this goes.
We all want more.
So no logo yet. Okay. Hold on. We all want more of what though?
Electronics?
I mean, yeah, you want more death, more genocide, more murder, more poison. I don't want more. I don't want more of those things. Those things are terrible. I don't want more racism. I don't want more race baiting. I don't want more people treating black people like animals like these corporations are. I don't want more of that. So we don't all want more.
We all want more.
No.
More connecting, more community.
Okay, I agree with that. I want more connecting. I want more community. That sounds great. Yeah.
More future and past.
More future and past. These are all sounding... Okay, so it looks like they've turned themselves around here. Okay, all right, I'm on board. I want more community. I want more future and the past getting brought back. I want more community. I want all of that. Sounds great.
More human.
You can't be more human. That doesn't make any sense. That's a logical contradiction. I want to be more hamster. My hamster's not hamster enough. I want more hamster. This is what? Doesn't make any sense at all. Was this written by someone that's like mentally handicapped from Target? Maybe that's their copywriter. Remember, they're hiring them for their copywriting apparently.
More humanity.
Okay, more humanity I can get behind. Make more people. Be fruitful and multiply. I get that. I'm fine with more people. That sounds great.
more stories made to last.
Oh, 100%. More stories made to last. Dear God, please make more stories made to last. Every single thing these piece of trash corporations have been shoving down our throats for the last 25 years is just this 5-hour shelf life crap. And it's just the destruction of our country's soul. It's being hollowed out. Where is Tolkien? Where is C.S. Lewis? Where is... Dear God, I'm going to say it. Where is Nietzsche? Oh, that burns to my core. Where is Dante? Where is Tolstoy? Where is Shakespeare? Why is everything we make this hollow, horrendous piece of crap driven by nothing but racist, benign sentiments that serve nothing but a political agenda? Yes, for the love of God, please, please make more stories meant to last. It would be a pleasure. Oh, my word.
Are these their most recent ads?
These are their recent ads, yes. Oh, my gosh.
More sharing, more listening, more roots, and more noise.
More sharing. Sharing of what? Viruses? Guess what, guys? Best Buy wants people to share more viruses. Best Buy wants you to share coronavirus. That's what I heard on this ad because they want more sharing. What else could they be talking about? What else did they say?
Community. More future and past. More human. More humanity. More stories made to last. More sharing. More listening.
More listening to what? The flashing boxes that tell them nothing but lies? Or perhaps, you know what? They're probably telling us we should be doing more listening to Alex Jones, the conspiracy theorist. That's what I hear from it. Or you know what? Maybe it's listening to more Nazi speeches. Or maybe they needed us to, I don't know, be listening to a genocidal, uneducated, unintelligent, borderline homeless communist like Karl Marx. Maybe that's who we should be listening to. Who exactly do you want us to be listening to and why?
More roots and more noise.
More roots? More roots? Did Best Buy really just say more roots?
Yes, more roots.
More
Root vegetables.
roots. So you want to bring back the roots of America. So you want to bring back slavery. Best Buy wants us to get back to our roots, people. Slavery, tobacco plants, and endless lore. Let's go. That's Best Buy's call to action. What in the world am I looking at?
More work from home and home working.
More work from home. So you want them to lock ourselves away in boxes and socially isolate ourselves. Oh my gosh. I just realized something. Hold on. Have you noticed that every single person in this ad is black?
We all want more. More connecting, more community. More future and past. More human, more humanity.
Oh my
more
word.
stories made to last.
No.
More sharing, more listening, more roots and more noise.
Another
What?
one. Another.
More work from home and home.
They're all black people. They want us to get back to... They want to block black people in isolation. They want them to share the coronavirus. They want to get back to our roots and bring back slavery. And now... And every single person in this commercial is black. And they want to lock them in the boxes. They want them to get the virus. And they want them to be slaves again. Am I missing something? Is that... Do you think Best Buy's ticked off because they burnt down their buildings? Do you think that that's what this is going on? Do you think this is revenge for the domestic terrorist? Do you think that they're advocating for the enslavement of black people again? Is that what Best Buy's trying to say here? Maybe they're just really mad about the buildings. I think we figured this out, guys. I think Best Buy wants to kill the black people because of the building burning. They're trying to pin this all, their collapsing business on black people. That's what I'm taking away from this. How about you, OPVs? I see you laughing hysterically over there. That's insane. Okay, let's move forward knowing now that Best Buy supports the enslavement of black people again, isolating them in boxes and spreading the virus to them. All right, let's keep going, Best Buy. What else do you got to tell us?
Working. For they, girls, and boys.
Wait, what? Did they just have... I think they have a typo in their script. There's no way. You have a $16 billion budget. You couldn't hire a proofreader? Listen to this.
Where?
Hold on.
More humanity, more stories made to last, more sharing, more listening, more roots and more noise, more work from home and homeworking. For they, girls and boys.
They, girls and boys. That's a typo. They just... they, boys and girls? What?
What's that mean?
That doesn't... She has a
More
typo.
noise, more work from home and homeworking. For they, girls and boys.
You mean for the boys and girls? Is that what you meant to say? Holy crap, they couldn't even afford a proofreader for their script with $16 billion. They don't even know the English language. Oh my gosh, this is insane. Wow. This is disgusting. This is like Nazi propaganda films. They're telling people they want to bring back slavery for black people, and they couldn't even hire a good proofreader for their video.
More mastery, more independence.
Oh, I agree with more mastery and independence. Yeah.
More purpose and people. More mentors, more growth.
All of those sound great to me. I agree with masters. Those are all great things. Independence, mastery, purpose, mentors, definitely all sound great.
More equality that's actually equal.
Equality by definition is equal. You're confusing your definitions. It's a classic sophistry trick. That's where, so this works on really, really stupid people. I'm assuming since you couldn't afford proofreaders, you don't know this. If you're a moron, you confuse what is called equality of opportunity with equality of outcome. Those are two separate things. The first one is what we already have in America, and it's the best system you could possibly have. It's, for example, if I had a basketball team, anyone is allowed to try out for my basketball team, but you're not going to all become the top basketball player. The second one is the absolutely moronic, foolish, stupid idea that you're proposing. And if you had that idea implemented, we've actually tried it. It ended in the genocide of hundreds of millions of people. So, yeah, you can't have that. It doesn't work. The only equality of outcome is death. So, what do? You bring about death. You stupid, dumb, insignificant, loser moron who couldn't even slap together the single worst ad I have ever seen in my life. That's right, I've actually seen a ad that was worse than this one. You are a disgrace to advertising. You're not just bad, you're irrelevant. That's so much worse, because at least someone who's bad in marketing can still get attention. You couldn't even get views. Absolutely disgusting. So, let's see. What else does Best Buy have to say?
More building, more learning, more seeing and feeling seen, more voices with access, connecting to more dreams.
More voices with access? What does that even mean? Is Best Buy wants to get more cell phones? Is that they're trying to give more cell phones to people, I guess? More building I'm okay with, I get that. But you know what? I'm noticing a pattern here.
More growth, more equality that's actually equal.
All right.
More building, more learning.
More learning. Okay, more building, more learning. I'm on board with that.
More seeing and feeling seen.
More seeing and feeling seen. Okay.
More voices with access.
More voices with access. So I think the pattern here is it's good thing, good thing, good thing, and then just the most disgusting, evil, vile crap you could ever possibly imagine in your entire life. It's disgusting. So what they're doing here is they think that the people watching this are so incredibly stupid that they can promote the most evil things, like putting black people back into slavery and spreading viruses in their community on purpose, and then locking themselves in boxes so that they die of the virus, if they just say nice things before it. So they're like, well, maybe if we say good, pretty, double murder, homicide. Wait, what? What was that last? Why did you say that? Then they're just gonna be like, well, you know what? We said two good things before, so it's all good. I just don't understand. What is more voices with access? Like cell phones? I don't understand. Did no one proofread this ad?
Connecting to more dreams, Wherever you take the future, whether it be near or far, let's remember that more of you with more of this leads to more of this.
More of you with more of this leads to more of this. So like taking families with your pictures. Okay, all right, I'm on board again.
Wherever you are.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! More Black history? What about just history? More Black future? Did you guys know Best Buy is only for Black people? I didn't know that. Did you guys know Best Buy's only for Black people? I wasn't aware that you're not supposed to go to Best Buy because they don't like Mexican history. They don't like Italian history. They don't like French history. They don't like Japanese history. They don't like Chinese history. They don't like Filipino history. They don't like British history. They don't like Saxon history. Huh! I had no idea. So in summation, what we've learned today is that Best Buy wants to bring back slavery for Black people. They want to lock Black people in social isolation, and they want to share the coronavirus with them so that they all die. And if you're not Black, stay the hell out of their store. That's the takeaway I got from Best Buy. How about you, OPVs? What did you learn about Best Buys today?
I guess so.
I really wonder why their business is tanking. This is so bizarre. What could possibly be the cause of their business tanking? It's insane to me. You know what we should do? Why don't we check out their stock? Let's take a look at how their stock's been doing lately. By the way, I put together a little headline here. I think that'd be really nice. Is Best Buy trying to bring back slavery? So I think that's a great question to ask. Obviously, we don't know if that's true. That's just my opinion from what we experienced here. But, based on what I saw today, I feel like that there's some evidence to support both sides. So, make your own informed decision. That being said, we took a look at their stocks and they dropped 2.52% in a day. You know what that means, OPVs?
Lost a few bucks.
They lost $655 million in a single day. Over $500 million lost because of bad marketing and advertising like this. It's disgusting. So I have a question. I have a question for the Black viewers of this audience. I want to know, would you rather Best Buy spend its $16 billion on promoting bringing back slavery for you, turning you into a cartoon to be exploited like the 1920s Disney cartoons, lock you in isolation and commit a genocide on you through spreading a virus based solely on the color of your skin? Or would you rather say, I don't know, how many Black people? 12.4% of the population is Black. That's roughly 40.5 million people. So do a little math here real quick. So roughly speaking, they could take that $16 billion marketing budget that they're using to promote all those other things, or they could have just given you $395 for every Black person in America. Which one would you rather have? I'd like to know. If you're Black, would you like them to promote genocide on you based on your race, turn you into cartoon characters like the 1920s Disney cartoons did, and actively tell people to lock themselves into boxes and pat you on the head and say you're a special boy with their $16 billion? Or would you like them to send you essentially a PS5 in the mail? Which one do you think is better? Which one would you have preferred? Which one would have won your business? Let me know. Let me know. That is my question for you guys. Absolutely insanity. I just can't believe that I'm seeing this coming out of corporations. This is just like this is corporate suicide. It makes me think that they're trying to kill their businesses. Maybe they're trying to get like an insurance claim or something. There's like no way. Because this is the absolute worst thing. And there's objective proof here. You know that it's actually a legal crime to intentionally do things that are bad for business. Every single marketer in the country has, every single marketing department in the country has a digital marketing team that tracks their data. They all have access to this data. I have less access, and I'm able to identify that these marketing campaigns that you've been doing consistently are hurting your business financially. You are taking the law of the corporation, which is to do things that are designed to increase profits, and you're using them for things that do not increase profits. That is a crime. It is against the law. You can be sent to jail. And I think that you should be, because you're advocating for some really disgusting, satanic things here. And it is absolutely horrendous to me. What does the chat think?
I mean, they're disgusted too. They're wondering, why is Best Buy doing this when they sell electronics?
That's what I want to know. At no point did we see a Best Buy logo. Did we see... This is the easiest industry in the entire world to be succeeding at right now. Are you kidding? We're at the crux of a technological explosion. Do you know how many people would give an arm and a leg to go have a Disneyland-like experience? But when you walk into Best Buy, it's like you walked into Tron. All the new technology is there for you to experience. Go into VR and see another world. Flow into these amazing different softwares. Oh, guys, we've made this like technology we're experimenting with that affects your taste. And so you can feel taste virtually. How crazy is that? Whoa, this is wild. I would kill to be doing that. You could be slaughtering Amazon in the sales. But no. What are you doing? This is what you're doing. You're taking $16 billion that could be spent making a beautiful experience, and you're talking about enslaving black people, treating them like cartoons, patting them on the head, and waving them around like little characters on a screen to try and get attention. Absolutely sick, and you couldn't even do it well. What a freak.
And these are just like the most recent ads they've put out?
Yeah, well, think about this. If you're going through with Best Buy, right?
Yeah.
What do you do if you want to make good YouTube content? You go and you put how-to guides for every single piece of electronics, and you do some comparisons, like this computer compared to this computer. Which one will have better performance? And then get some cool, charismatic guy like PewDiePie to pop up there. Obviously, you couldn't afford PewDiePie. Well, actually, you could. You got $16 billion. You could have afforded to literally pay PewDiePie $8 billion to just go and be like, oh, I think this computer, very good. You should buy this. Wow, wonderful computer, guys. Makes the Minecraft so good. Yes. And you would have sold so much more content. So much more than all this crap. Are you kidding me? Absolutely insane. And you know what? If they're feeling a little upset, I think that it would be a great idea. Let's go back to the Karen video here, guys. If you want to let them know your feedback, I'm going to let them know my feedback right here. They're 2,396. Oh, it's zoomed in, broken. Okay. There's Karen right here. The title is Karen. That is by Best Buy. She is right here. We're going to give them the big old thumbs down because that was a terrible video. And we're going to go ahead and leave a comment. So what did that have to do with electronics and stuff I can buy at Best Buy? Hashtag justice for Karen. You know why? Because they're going to freak out when they see that, because these people are idiots that run these accounts, and they're going to be like, oh no, are we getting a hashtag that's about being offended? Oh no, did we offend the Karen? Ah! So just leave that, guys. Hashtag justice for Karen, so they have no idea what they're talking about. It'll freak them out, and let them know that there's a wizard who is enraged at them, and you've never seen him like this, and he is losing his mind, and that they should be very careful in all fun. Keep this college prank styles. Don't do any dangerous threats. Of course, we're just having some nice college prank style humor. We do not need to be going in and do crazy stuff. Just, you know, let them know your mind. And I'm going to leave my comment there. I've given my feedback. Give your honest feedback, guys. I don't want you to go and just leave a bunch of downvotes. If you feel like you loved this video, give them the upvote. But if you feel more on my line, also let them know. So that's my opinion there for you guys.
I like the comment below that one that says, Karen, where?
Oh yeah, you want to see all their comments? Let's take a look.
Karen,
laughy face. Karen, where? OMG, hi. Who's that? All right, we'll give him a downvote. No, let's give him a thumbs up. A thumbs up. Karen, I like that. We'll give that a thumbs up. Insert manager joke here. All right, we'll give that a thumbs up here. Karen, just the guy that just says Karen. We'll give that a thumbs up. I thought this was an actual Karen. Laugh out loud. Thumbs up. All right, let's give this. View reply. Same. I'm dead. All right, give that the thumbs up. I was expecting a Karen. I'm very disappointed. Thumbs up. And let's see. Same. Look at that. Every single comment is insulting this video.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, you want to see the other video they put out? Let's take a look at that ratio.
Sherlock Owl just commented.
Oh, did she? All right, let's take a look. So look at that. 76 downvotes for the Best Buy video about more of this, more representation. So, guys, this is the kind of crap that we're dealing with here. Let's see if we can get see the... So what did they have to do with this? Oh, we got a reply here. Justice for Karen. Thank you very much. Liking that comment right there. Fantastic to see, guys. So this is what $16 billion gets you. So if you're wondering why we're growing and creating the beautiful, the good, and the true, there is 50... What is their... how big is their company again? About $50 billion, okay? There's $50 billion for any group of 5 to 10 people who want to go make a better version of Best Buy right now, and you can literally siphon off every single one of these crap sales because these companies are shooting themselves in the face. They're taking shotguns to their corporation and blowing it to pieces. They have lit their corporations on fire, literally and figuratively. This is madness, and it is the single greatest opportunity for someone that isn't a moron to take advantage of that will probably exist for the next 100 to 150 years. So jump on this, people. That's what we're doing here at Ask a Wizard, and that is what we want to build a community about because the opportunities are abundant, people, and it's just time for us to stand up and start taking what belongs to the people and not these filthy, disgusting liars.
Pizza Owl says, I don't think there's a Best Buy around me.
Yeah.
I'm happy to say.
Yeah, they're going out of business. They've closed up so many stores. It's insane. They're just dropping in their stock prices. It's like a rock.
And Pizza Owl just commented as well.
Oh,
That's
good. Oh,
Sherlock
good.
Owl.
Let's take a look. And
Alex says, that's how you know this is a satanic agenda. It has nothing to do with the product and all about the lie.
Yeah, so now are you guys starting to see why I'm one of the best rhetoricians in the country, and it's not because I'm really, really great at it. It's because this is what billion-dollar top executives are doing. This is the combination of the quote-unquote best minds that they could get. These are some of the best quote-unquote marketers in the world. I blow these people out of the water as a random dude with this hair in a sweatshirt in the middle of Montana. Are you kidding me? It's absurd. Absolutely absurd.
Alex says, madness? This is sport!
That's how we have to end this.
Oh my god.
It is madness.
And like I said in chat, this is important because if you spend any money at Best Buy, that's supporting this.
Yeah, when you go to Best Buy, you support this. So
and $1 is your vote.
Your dollar is your vote. That is correct. 100%. Your dollar is your vote. I can't imagine going to this, supporting this in any way, and I'm so happy. I'm going to be celebrating the fact that we're going to give that a thumbs up as well. Thank you very much. We want to celebrate the fact that they're killing themselves off for us because it makes our lives better. We have more opportunities to go and grow and build and create. And what if we made an electronics store that instead of telling black people that they're animals that need to be treated like animals and cartoon characters, what if instead we made a really cool store that promoted cool things?
Oh.
What if we did that? What if we made a store that had amazing electronics, the cutting edge, we got pre-release technology, we let them demo these things, and you go and experience it. And you know how much we talk about people being white or black or Mexican or Chinese or Filipino or any of this other just crap? Zero. We never mention it once. Why? Because we're not idiots. We're not going to go and cut our entire audience off based on the pigmentation of their skin. As my beautiful, beautiful grandmother once told me, "Grandson, I do not care what color skin I get money from. Green money is green money. Mexican, black, Chinese, Asian, it does not matter. Money is always green." My grandmother's wisdom still holds true to this day, and anyone else who's going against that is a racist piece of crap, and I want their business to burn. I hope there's more protest in the street for Best Buy. Take them down. Go and get another Best Buy. If Best Buy was doing this to white people, I would be in the streets. I'd want to burn down their Best Buys. Though that being said, I don't advocate for violence. I would want to, but I would not advocate for it because it's not effective. That's part of the trick that they're doing here, and they're trying to manipulate people into making terrible decisions with their lives. Don't fall for that trick. Instead, you know what you do? You mock them, you insult them, and you stop going to their businesses, and you watch their stock plummet. You do what we did with GameStonk. Crush them where it hurts. Short their stocks. Sell your stocks. Advocate for the badness of their business. Let people know your opinion publicly and loudly that this is sick, and let the people know.
Pizza Owl says, "I think they blocked my comment."
Ooh, they blocked your comment. Wow. They're censoring speech
Already.
because they don't want them to get justice for Karen. They're trying to censor Karen, guys. That's what's going on here. We have to defend Karen. Hashtag justice for Karen. Hashtag justice for Karen. This is...
have a Karen in
We
the
do.
owls.
We do. And look at what they do. They abused Karen. Hashtag justice for Karen.
How dare they target Queen?
Absolutely
The
sickening.
royal family.
Absolutely sickening, boys. My goodness. All right, boys and girls. Well, that is the copy critique. I'm going to go ahead and sign off with the outro and then come right on back. Here we go. This is a disclaimer. Nothing in the show should be taken seriously at all at any time. Tyler is an actor. He plays a character. Getting mad at him is like getting mad at Johnny Depp, who is playing the character of Donnie Brasco. Copyright disclaimer. Read that, you stupid, dumb lawyer. If you're reading this and you're a lawyer, I'd like you to look at the fact that I just educated them and I was teaching them about the absolute disgusting, filthy, horrifying crimes that your company is committing, in my opinion and my opinion alone. I do not say that these things are true. I am just letting them know my perspective, which I'm entitled to under the First Amendment. I think you might know that. This has been used with fair use entirely, and dear God, I am not infringing on anything here, and I think that what I had to say here was very, very scholarly and very educational, and if nothing else, it certainly was research into what I believe could be a corporate crime, because if you're actively doing marketing and tracking your results, and you know, lawyer, that you're tracking your results, and you see the performance of your ads and choose to keep doing this, you are going against the best interest of your shareholders. So let's chat and let's get back to the show. All right, boys and girls, that is Copy Critique. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we're going to move on to the next segment, but let's get some questions. What's up, O-Peeps?
So, Pizza Owl said, her comment said, "This has nothing to do with your business and doesn't even promote you. Also, you are destroying your business."
Exactly. I agree.
Isn't that great feedback?
That's exactly
From a
it.
consumer.
A consumer feedback, but they don't want consumer feedback. They
You know
want
what they do?
anger.
They block.
They block
They
people.
censor.
They block
silence.
people for not telling them what they want to hear. These are evil, evil people. Notice how when I put hashtag Karen, though, they didn't delete my comment. You know why? Because they're scared. They're scared that they're going to be, did we censor it? Oh no. Are we saying that we're against her? Oh, we got to leave this up. I got to go do some searches. That's what they're doing. And it's a Friday evening, so they're not going to be doing that research.
Sherlock Owl says she left another comment, and it said, "This is ridiculous and has nothing to do with buying electronics.
Wow.
With all that money you put into ads and marketing, make better ones."
Exactly, right? I mean, think about how much you could lower your prices if you just took out all of your money from these sales and marketing and you just said, hey, our prices are now at the same price as Amazon's. Boom.
Exactly.
Like, that's literally it. Exactly. It's like, all right, well, what are we going to do? What if you just lowered your prices? No, you know what we need to do? Advocate for enslaving black people. What where do we, what? How did you, if I was a CEO and I saw any of these videos, I would, without checking, I would not do any exit interviews. I would simply say, the marketing and advertising department has been fired. No, I don't think you understood. I didn't say the director has been fired. The department has been fired. You're not our department anymore. Good luck. Your 2 weeks notice is already in your inbox. We'll see you later.
Wow, you give them 2 weeks?
No, you have to. That's the law.
Not if you're the employer.
Oh, okay. Well then,
You're
yeah,
hired
out
at
the door. Out the door.
If you're a hire at will state.
You fire every single one of these freaks. And then you know what you do? You take out the HR department too, because that's the source. That's the cancer of all this crap, is the HR department, people. It is a tumor on the corporate environment. It has no value whatsoever. Ask yourself this. So keep in mind, statistically speaking, HR reduces turnover rate in no measurable way. Having an HR department, its entire function is to, quote unquote, reduce turnover rate. That's the job of an HR department. Statistically speaking, having an HR department has zero impact on turnover rate. Do you know how much it cost? 5%. So how many of you would like your paycheck to go up by 5%? Do you think that might help with turnover rate? Do you think if you got paid 5% more money, do you think that would be better for turnover rate than, say, having an HR department?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Remember yesterday? Target is having a problem with turnover rate.
Yeah, turnover rate. It turns out if you go and you actively promote treat black people as animals and slap them on the head and say, "You're a good boy," they don't like that, and then they quit.
Wow. You think Best Buy is having issues?
I wonder. Oh, you know, let's take a look.
I might have to check
Why don't we
it out.
let's do a little quick Google search here. Let's see how Best Buy's doing.
Let's pull up the DuckDuckGo.
Let's go to DuckDuckGo here. Let's do a search. Best Buy
Turnover.
bankruptcy? Question mark? Let's do that. Let's see what happens if we put those words in. Probability of a bankruptcy in 2021.
Woo.
My word, they're like sharks, these filthy monsters over in Wall Street. They're already like, what's the probability that this place is going to go bankrupt? Oh my gosh. Oh, this is too much numbers. Absolutely. Current Best Buy probability is at 11% of the entire company going out of business.
Wow.
Let's see, Best Buy closures. Let's take a look at that. Best Buy closures. Ooh, Best Buy lays off employees, closes stores. Let's take a look at this story here. Oh, Best Buy has laid off 5,000 staffers and is increasing store closures. Wow, that's incredible. They are on track to go and have 123,000 workers reduced to 102,000 workers by the end of 2020.
Wow.
Oh my word.
Wowzers.
This is insanity. This is unimaginable. I can't believe that I'm looking at this. This is disgusting.
Yes.
Tyler likes it a lot more too. What do I like a lot more?
Sherlock
DuckDuckGo.
Owl uses DuckDuckGo and says it's way better.
Yeah, it is. It is.
My mother has been a ducker for years.
Wow, very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was ahead of the curve.
Well, with that, let's do a quick transition to Paranormal Paracosm. All right.
wow, that's
Shadow
cool.
Spectre strikes. All right, so this is the Shadow Spectre striking here, guys. This one I'm like 100% convinced is fake, but man, does it look scary. So let's take a look.
Ducky Owl has been using DuckDuckGo for 2 years.
I would hope so. Your name is Ducky
the
Owl.
name
It would
was
be
Ducky
it would be
Owl.
kind of off-brand if you didn't. All right, let's
Have
take
to
a
be
look.
Google Owl.
Dude walks in, takes off his hat, closes the door, takes off his coat. Just a normal, everyday experience, right? Okay, so he leaves the room, he comes back. So you see a shadow here, but I think that's his shadow. Until, check it out. It grabs him. So his shadow transforms from his shadow into what appears to be some sort of sentient shadow. It grabs him and pulls him back. What in the world? And just drags him off.
Drags him where?
And that's the end of the show.
Where's he going?
I have no idea.
What happened?
Look at that. I want to know how they made that. That's so cool.
What?
Pretty weird, right? So that is the Shadow Spectre. I think it's such a cool effect. I would love to do that.
Maybe it was like he was trying to leave before he did all his work.
Maybe.
And he was like, no, you're not done. Back to work.
I think it's just such an interesting effect.
It is. It's pretty good.
Awesome. So, we got any questions, any comments, or concerns to address in chat before we move on?
Ducky Owl says she started using DuckDuckGo because she likes ducks, not because it's better.
Well, that's a good reason to start using DuckDuckGo. I appreciate that theory.
And Sherlock Owl says, but why does he have a camera inside his house instead of outside?
I don't know. That's very
Those
odd.
are good questions.
Good
Sherlock
questions. Good questions. The questions I would expect nothing less from Sherlock
Owl.
Owl.
Yes. That's always my first question when I see these things is, why are you filming?
Why can't we have a good store? You just make a good store, and then you get all the money.
Boom. A lot of people do Sherlock.
A lot of people do. Oh,
Have
interesting.
cameras inside their house.
Oh, I guess like security systems. Yeah.
Home
Like if you live in
security,
California, that's probably a normal thing since there's psychopaths on the street.
Indeed.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is the Paranormal Paracosm number 1. Let's move on to Investigating the Investigators. A man investigates an abandoned school. Let's take a look.
To support local restaurants, we've been to every city, including
Oh
Little
my
Rock
gosh.
and even
Worcester.
And tonight, I'll be eating the
Chicken quesadilla.
rum.
This is an unskippable ad.
Katie.
This is an unskippable
Oh, yeah.
ad. Uber.
That was unskippable.
Uber.
Uber's next.
You better listen to me, Uber. You better watch your back. You do not want me to be annoyed with your ads. I don't have anything out for you yet, but you're giving me some good reasons. Do not upset me. Take me off your list. If you know what's best for you, Uber, take me off your list. Moving on. Woo! Crazy Hobo? Oh, it's an intro. Oh, we're getting a sizzle reel. We're getting a sizzle reel here. I like it. Very interesting. So his whole gimmick is that he does solo paranormal investigations. He goes out on his own to abandoned sites and records the paranormal. Very spooky.
Made a whole short film.
He did.
Good for them.
Wait, what was that? Did the door just open on its own? Oh, the door just closed on its own. And it's opening. I mean, but this thing looks run down. That could easily be the wind. Nothing behind the door. Okay, alright. Every time they do a shot like that, I'm worried about them turning around and the monster being right there.
Oh, I know. It's always in the back of my mind. The jump scare.
Yeah. Oh, you hear that clicking noise? What is that? It's like,
Morse code?
does he have a Geiger counter or something?
Oh. Anyone know Morse code?
Oh, maybe it's that little electronic thing that the girl was showing us. Or the ASMR guy. Do you guys want to watch the ASMR guy again?
Yes! Did that sound like a quack to anyone else?
Ooh. What does it say on the chalkboard? What in the world? What is that noise? Oh no, every time he goes by, the door closes itself. Oh, it's so freaky. Ooh, this time he's trying to catch whoever it is. He looks over the wall without opening the door so he couldn't escape. Smart play.
Which makes me think it's more real.
Yeah. Checks out the windows to see if they're going out through that way.
Looks like he's actually trying to find an
Yeah, he's trying to figure out the answer. That's interesting. Jeez. What is that? Oh, did the door close? I think the thing just closed itself. Let's see. So it's open right there. You hear it bang. The door slid itself open. The last room, oh no. What's gonna happen? Graffiti, the biggest scare of them all. Wow. Alright. He's very quiet. What? Oh my gosh. What did it throw? Oh, he's trying to like jump him now. Oh wow. And then he runs. Woo! So that, my friends, is the paranormal investigator investing the paranormal investigation. That was an attempt. Stop. Just stop. Thank you. So that was a man investigating an abandoned school. What are your thoughts in chat? Spooky, scary, believable. What are your thoughts?
Spooky.
Spooky, scared. All right.
Maybe believable.
Believable. Okay.
There was something like openly suspicious or like highly edited, you know.
True. It wasn't like The Shadow. Wow.
Yeah. It was like just kind of noises and moving doors.
Yeah.
And it seemed like he was genuinely trying to find something.
Everything seemed like it could have been the wind until the door slid on its own and that thing got thrown. I think those were the two that really pushed it over the edge.
I do have a request for you, though.
Okay.
Could you show the chat your duck voice?
No.
Why?
I'm not well equipped for it.
What do you mean?
It's not something I can do.
What if I bring in a duck?
No. Brett's better at that than me. I'm not competent at it.
You're so good at it. Are you kidding me?
Nope.
You guys, he uses his duck voice every time we see a duck.
I do use a duck voice when I see ducks, but I am not gifted with
and
duck voice.
Ducky Owl. You need to speak to her in a native language.
No.
Why?
No, thank you.
They're dying.
Well, you know, they're going to have to die some more. It's going to be a genocide. Unfortunate genocide. All right.
Robo Dog says, I hate chicken men.
You only learn things that you will only use on the test that they make themselves.
Yeah, previously he said the education system is flawed.
That is correct. Did you take the self-learning course? It's free.
There is no learning, only answers on paper. They're begging you.
All right, so let's move on to the next paranormal paracosm. Rain reveals reflection. Real reflection. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this. Get out of here, fruit fly.
You're extremely talented. You're gifted.
I agree. I am extremely talented. One of the things is not duck voice.
Singing and not your duck voice.
My singing is comical because of how bad it is, but it also is hilarious because so you have to understand the context of the singing. The context of the singing is, I imagine the legal team at Best Buy is reviewing the footage. They say, "Look at what this just monster put out about our video. Can you please tell us what we need to do to send a cease and desist?" And he's like, "Let me review this." And then he gets to the disclaimer and he's just like, it's pretty funny.
Sherlock Owl says, I won't breathe until he does it.
Bye, Sherlock Owl.
And with the delay, oh no.
All right, so let's take a look at this video. Hope you've been practicing that breathing technique, the Wizard Hoff breathing method.
Can you teach us how?
I'm not even able to do it myself.
Yes, you are.
All right, so let's take a look here.
Don't lie. That's not like you. It's not like you.
Ooh, so you see a rain girl pop out.
Ooh.
Take a look. Very weird. Okay. So that's the ghost. So it's weird because she like pops out and comes into frame. And it's weird because it's in the rain. And the rain is really hard to fake with special effects. Oh, Peevee's just punched her computer because there was a fruit fly on it.
No, because I'm upset you won't do the duck voice.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think I figured it out.
What?
Check this out. So there's a reflection here of something. That's probably the wall. This guy's probably looking through a window.
Uh-huh.
I bet you he's looking through a window, and then this is a girl standing behind him, hopping out and popping back in, and her reflection looks like a ghost.
Oh, really?
That's my theory.
Is that a girl?
It looks like a girl.
Or is it a duck?
Wow. Yeah, I think that's it. What do you think, O'Peeves?
I think it's a duck.
Okay, so no feedback, no thoughts. What does the audience think?
I think it is the reflection.
You think reflection? All right. Well, let's move on to the next segment, which is practical philosophy. Boom. Truth is ever to be found in the simplicity and not in the multiplicity and confusion of things. Isaac Newton.
Alex says that one's easy to fake.
It is easy to fake. You can tell when someone is speaking from truth because their ideas do not require multiple paragraphs. And I put multiply instead of multiple. Truth is simple to communicate and can be elaborated on, but should be succinct in the beginning. If you require more than a few lines to make your point, you haven't thought it through yet. Simplicity is the key to clear and accurate truth. You guys may know that this is my issue, that the issue that I have begun and continue to develop with what I know as the Lobster Boy, also known as Jordan Peterson, where when you ask him a question like, do you believe in God? He doesn't say yes or no, which is what someone who speaks the truth does. Instead, he goes, well, it possibly depends on what you mean about what God could potentially be in certain circumstances, and it would take me 3.5 years to explain to you what the thoughts of being God is like, and God is the things that are but aren't, and what if there isn't a... Yes or no, Jordan? And then he just goes and does a bunch of more drugs. So that's my problem with Lobster Boy, and that's how you can identify these people, where truth is ever to be found in the simplicity, not in the multiplicity and confusion of things. Isaac Newton. All right, boys and girls, that is today's practical philosophy. Let's move on to the last round of wizard readings. Boo, 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 boo. All right, who's up first? Who's up first? No one. All right, great. Well, that's cool. We can close up on time for the Friday. It's the end of the stream. Do we have any questions, any comments, any concerns, anything we need to address? Let us know in the comments below. Any thoughts, questions, Q&A? We need a reading?
That last video with the ghost girl, supposedly.
Yeah.
Sherlock Owl didn't see it, neither did Ducky Owl.
They didn't see the video?
They didn't see the girl. I couldn't see anything.
Oh, interesting.
I couldn't either, honestly.
Oh, well, do you want me to bring it back up? I can. All right, let's take a look.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Try to point it out.
Check it out. Okay, so we want to look right here on the screen, right here where this bush is and the telephone. Right here. Boom. Hold on. Where are you? There, right there. This is the girl right here popping out. So check her out. She hops out right there. Boop, boop. You don't see that?
I'm on a delay. Pizza Owl just said she didn't see it.
Right here, right here, right here. Boop.
What?
Boop.
That's supposed to be a girl?
Hell, stop on it.
What?
Boom. So this is the girl.
What?
Boom. There's the face. There's her hair and face. There's her ducking back in. Boom.
I don't see it at
Are you really? You really can't see that. Is your screen
I
brightness
cannot
off
see
or
it.
something? It's like the
Oh.
most clear thing in the world.
There's no way.
It's so clear. I can't see. My brightness is down to 0, and I can never see things, and I can see it. You literally
I'm
see
not seeing
her
it. Neither is
100%.
Stefano.
Right.
Alex says he saw it. Maybe it's just a guy thing.
Right
Maybe
there.
only guys
It's 100%. Well, that's actually making it seem more real. Now I'm wondering, what if it's a
could not see
paranormal
it at
thing?
all.
What if it's a succubus and only men are able to see it because of the demonic
Yeah,
the demonic forces
Sherlock
at play?
Owl asks the fog, and Alex says, I saw it on the left, easy to fake, it's just a shadow.
Yeah.
But Pizza Owl doesn't see it, Sherlock Owl doesn't see it, I don't see it.
It's a
and neither
succubus.
does, Ducky Owl sees it.
Okay, is Ducky Owl
She
sees
says
it?
it's just darker fog.
It looks clearly like a woman popping in and popping out. So much so that I think that it's a girl going behind, going, and then popping out.
Going what?
Like that.
So you'll do that on camera, but you won't do your ducky.
No, not at all. All right, so is that it? Do we have any questions, any comments, any concerns, any thoughts, anything we need to discuss before we close up the stream here, guys?
Still can't see it.
It's Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Coast time, Monday through Friday. We'll be live again next weekend, next week, Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific Coast time. Join our Discord. Let's drop our Discord link in the chat. Let's go ahead here and drop that link real quick for you guys. That's the Discord right there. Make sure you sign up for the self-learning course and grab that link. I'm going to be promoting it while playing video games and making a little cash selling the self-learning course on League of Legends this weekend. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I recommend we could start tonight. Yeah, sure.
5 a.m.
So we'll be on Discord. If you play League of Legends, let us know. And I'll be spamming the chat with my link. So if you can deal with me being Salesman Tyler, you're going to have to if you want to partake in that gaming experience.
You can always mute, too.
You can always mute. You can, but that's just not as fun at all.
That takes away from the experience.
All right.
But we'll be playing with Landonimus Owl.
True. Landonimus Owl will be in chat. All right, boys and girls.
Streams.
It is a shadow. You can't even see gender. What? I can, because it's a girl's face and hair. A girl's face and hair.
But, yeah.
All right. Well, if we don't have anything else, is that good? Are we good to sign off? Are we all wrapped up? Any other comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, beliefs, themes?
Thoughts, beliefs, things not that I see.
Awesome. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for joining the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed this show, and we will be back again, same place, same time. Let us know about your opinion on the copy critique and the personality type segment. We got some feedback from you guys. You seem to enjoy them both, but I want to make sure that you guys are enjoying those because they are new segments, and as always, we're easily able to just swap out segments that suck and put in some new stuff because I'm an ENTP. I could come up with a new segment every 5 minutes if I had to. It's pretty disgusting. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for joining the show, and I'll see you guys all on Monday and chatting away in the Discord, which is apparently just that is just ENTP bait for me. So thank you guys so much for talking, and I'll see you all later. Peace.
Bye.